We'll discuss a little bit about what the month of Shvat is about. Kind of a little bit. Of course, everyone knows, Tu Shvat's coming. According to Beis Shammai, it's really Rosh Chodesh Shvat, it's Al Shvat, it's the first day of Shvat. So, what is Shvat? So before we discuss what Shvat, we have to know what Tevis was. Tevis was a time of very, very great judgments. Very, very great, very, very difficult time for us. So in Tevis, you have a lot of the influence where we have Hanukkah before Tevis to fight the influence of the opposite of Torah, the diametrical opposition of Torah, which is just material world, any connection with anything deeper, anything get everyone any deeper. So when Tevis is basically over, that's when things start to get sweetened, that's when things are the way they're supposed to be. The Minchas Lazar from Shas Baruch in Shvat, he was happy. The dinim we're almost done, it's almost gone, we're gonna start. And of course, Shvat is a time for fruit. So the idea of fruit, the idea of the sap inside. Tree goes up. I think they take this maple syrup. Supposedly around this time is when it's the best time because the sap's going up. So they tell me, I don't know, but that's what this time is. That the sap is moving up. So this is a time for a person to make a completely new start. When we make a new start, now is the perfect time for it. This is it. This is the time that all the dinim are over. Everything's moving. Everything's being moved inside, just like nature's being moved inside, different trees, whichever ones they are, we also need to be moved inside. That's what we're trying to do. That's the idea of producing the fruit. Spoke a little bit about the Shachar thing. That's the idea of producing the fruit. The idea of producing the fruit is the idea of what are you going to do this next year? The Chiddushim says that all the Torah of a person is really the Chiddushim, the novel interpretations of lessons. Always Chiddushim Torah means two things. It always means either a personal level to have Chiddushim, literally to have this new interpretation, a new understanding of Torah, or it can mean a freshness in its approach to Torah, learn with more energy, learn with more connection, more enthusiasm. That's both ways. We're starting again learning. So Shvat is the time when that's determined. That's why the Chashuv says that Sraf, the word Sraf, which is the sap goes up. He said it alludes to Shishi Riru Pirushim, 600,000 explanations, and of course the 600,000 explanations have to do with every neshama has its own particular freshness of this year. The Rebbe said the Tavshin Ayin Beis is Tehei Shnas Ayin Beis is a language of Chesed, Chachma. That's what Ayin Beis is. And basically, Gematria Chesed, Chachma. So it's going to be new, a lot of Chachma in the world, a lot of Dusha in the world. So this is the time, right? There's 600,000 Pirushim. We have to try to bring down. Everyone has to bring down his own fast of Torah, his own special contribution, whatever it may be. If it's in enthusiasm, if it's in a certain mitzvah he does, whatever it is. We all have our job. That's what we need to be doing. That's what these fruits are about. We're supposed to be bearing fruit. So of course, on Shavuos we accept the Torah, the new Torah, of course. But the Chiddushim, the deepest meaning of what Torah is, that's now. That's now, and it's really totally, completely our choice. This is a very, very special time for learning. It's a very, very uplifted time. It's starting right from Tu B'Shvat. It already starts. The Or of Purim. Purim is a very, very high time. And the whole month, of course, like Rav explains, important various deeper sources, this idea that Rosh Chodesh, that contains the whole month. The beginning always has everything. That's why Aleph has everything, Aleph Beis, and Beis, the Torah started with Beis, the Medrash, Kiva, other places, and Zohar also talks about that the letters came, they said, we want the world to be started with me, everyone came. I asked, a different proof why. Should we start with him? No, start. This is the problem. This is the problem. So it came to Beis, Beis is Bracha, start with the world. Aleph was quiet, so Aleph is even higher than Beis. But Beis includes the whole Torah. That's how that's what the Zohar says. The Medrash says, the beginning includes everything. Everything's included in the beginning. So Chodesh Shvat, that's when everything starts. It's a very, very, very high and special day for a lot of things. You know, the Medrash says Tu B'Shvat's a good time to daven Esther. Kitchen, Esther means the heart. Shidduch also means the heart. The person has to be zocheh to. This is the time to try to work on Dusha in a person's life, Dusha understanding. All this time, that's what we're working on here. That's what we're focused on here. That's what it's about. And of course, the only way a person is going to come to the enthusiasm learning or certainly Chidushim is if you have simcha. You can't get there if you don't have simcha. No such thing. Or it's not going to be really Chidushim. It's a story I always tell from Rishon Salanter. I heard it, I don't know. But Rishon Salanter had a student who was a very diligent student. He learned all the time, didn't stop. And one fine day, he just disappeared from his medrash. Everyone was shocked. He went to university. Now today, people at university, depends which university one goes to. Today, unfortunately, there are certain places that, like, at least even a person who starts out from a quarter of the people are just, or so, drop everything. So it's even more even. It's like a very, very dangerous place to be spiritually. But theoretically, it depends how you go. It depends who you are. Everyone drops. Most people keep on, hold on. It's not wasn't in those years. As Rapinka says, the guy who went to university within like the first week, his yarmulke got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until it disappeared. That was the way it was. Because university in those times meant that there was an idea of emancipation and freedom and equality. I said, what are you like? Are you one of these regressive people from the old school, these crazy religious kooks, or are you normal like everybody else? That was the bottom line. So the person had to prove himself in college. It was a very, very difficult test. I was mentioned also that Rishon Salanter himself sent his son to Makar, the Jewish students in university, and he went off the derech. I don't know if he came back, but he went off for sure. His son? Yeah, Rishon Salanter's son. Yeah, so it was a very hard place to be. And he was ready, he knew Shas, I'm sure he was ready, Rishon Salanter was ready, and he wasn't ready. It was just too hard. It was a very, very hard situation. Mamish off the derech, Mamish, he told his wife, I want you to go there and act like you're a goyish woman and make sure he eats kosher. Well, that was the matzah. What happened after that, I don't know. But that's like pretty, it shows going to university was no simple matter. So, went to university, that was the end. Everyone knew it was over. It was over. The Torah was in a couple of weeks, it was over if he held on even that long. He had no connection anymore. So they told her, he says, why? He's going to university. He's like, it's all over. He's going to lose everything. So he says, unlike everybody else. He looked surprised. He said, why are you surprised? He's such a Nasser, he's so diligent, he's sitting and learning intensely. All the time he's saying novel explanations of Torah, deep explanations of Torah. Why aren't you surprised? So he says, listen, you're right, this guy, he always showed up every day, he was into things, he knew, he went deep. But he didn't feel like joy. It wasn't his life, he wasn't connected to it. The person has joy and total joy. That's what shows a deep connection. The person doesn't feel joy, it's not part of him. So it's really like a leaf, you just blow it off. It's so calm. So it's not you can have maybe a novel, say novel thing, not say novel things. The idea is the person is connected in the Shishur Pirushim, in the Sraf, right? The sap, in the innermost part itself has to be connected by this connection. In the enthusiasm, in the life, things have to be, there has to be connected to the Torah. Like Shvat says, I would bring flesh to the nice Torah. Right? The Chabad people deal with it, and it's true. You have to work on the Neis Torah. Not only the Torah, you have to remember the Neis Torah. Eibishter. Shalom Zocher to connect the Torah with enthusiasm, fresh.